Hey everyone, Jones here, and welcome back. My door's all barricaded, I'm all prettied up. Let's do this. Okay, so today I finally want to talk about this, and just kind of what it really means to me. So my dressing is something that's like really, really important to me. Um, it is something that I started doing when I was a kid, like when I was like 7 or 8, and yeah, I was just doing my mom's things. And I did it up until like I caught, and then stopped, and then kind of got back into it. As I got older, like I don't know, 12, and then stopped because I almost got caught. So my dressing is something that I did up through high school, and I stopped like during my first year. Um, One, because I just had too many close calls and people catching me, but also I just got really really busy. I was doing sports, and I just didn't really have a whole lot of time to myself, so just kind of put it away and didn't really think about it. Um, and at the time, it was just kind of this like little hobby of mine. It was just something that I did for the fun of it. I just dressed up and just still kind of went about my life. Like I would watch TV or do homework or do whatever, just when I was alone in the house by myself. Um, and then I kind of stopped. Well, I didn't kind of stop. I completely stopped. I didn't think about it once, like for 8 years, and I finally got back into it during my last year of college. And so when I got back into it then, um, which is 7 years ago today, um, ish. I decided that I wanted to do it better. I didn't want to just dress. I wanted to be passable. I wanted to look as good as I could and go out in the world. And this is something I do want to say. It never ever touched on the realm of like sexual, of fetishistic, of perversion. It never ever did. Um, my dressing has only ever been. It started out as a hobby, and then turned into a lifestyle, something that I actually did to, live my life as, go out as. Um, and that's what the last 7 years for me have been. Just me. It was a really rough start because I was broke, and so I couldn't really buy my own things at all. I had like cheap dollar store makeup. I literally the clothes that I wore were what I found on the street, or like on the side of the road, like just like discarded items. My first bra was like in a dumpster, and then my first shirt was something I found on the sidewalk. This jacket that I'm wearing right now, um, is something that is one of those findings. I found it on like the side of the road. But I love this jacket. This is like the one thing that I've kept. I love this thing so much. um, but yeah, like I wore whatever I found because I was broke. I had no money. Still don't, but um, so the first like 4 years or so, those were like a really, I guess, kind of dark time. I do have a lot of pictures from when I used to dress that way, and I looked awful. I looked absolutely awful. Yeah, what you see me as today is not even close, not remotely close to what I used to look like. Um, I guess it was 5 years, yeah, because then 2 years ago, or like 2.5 years ago, was when um, I decided I wanted to do it better. I wanted to actually do a much better job with this. So, I got rid of my cheap Halloween wig that I got from a Kmart, I think. Um, I did away with my crappy makeup and actually got better stuff. More like mid-range. Well, I wouldn't even say mid-range. More like just drugstore. Just better than what I had at the time. And clothes and shoes. Like at the time, I exclusively shopped like clearance sections and thrift stores. I still do. I wanted to do it better. I bought a wig that actually matched my hair color. I bought better makeup. I bought actual silicone pads, silicone breast forms, and hip pads. Because the hip pads I used to wear were just like these. It was like upholstery foam that I cut out. Oh jeez. Like I said, the first 5 years were a really dark time for me. They were a very dark time for Joanna. Um, and then, like middle of October 2016. Yeah, it's like 2.5 years ago. ish. Yeah, because I don't dress in the summer ever because it's just way too hot to wear all my wig, my layers, and everything. But yeah, so it was a really hot summer. I couldn't dress at all, and so it finally cooled off like the middle of October. Um, and so I had my opportunity. I was still working part time at the time, and one of the nice things about working part time is you have like these random days off in the middle of the week when everyone else is off at school or work. So yeah, just on one of my days off, I did it. Woke up, showered, shaved, put on all my better makeup, put on my better clothes, put on my new wig for the first time ever, um, and I was just kind of blown away by what I saw in the mirror. It wasn't any sort of like narcissism or anything like, oh my god, I'm so fucking hot. No, it wasn't. It wasn't like that. Trust me. No, it was just. It was like I was looking at myself in the mirror, or it was like the person in the mirror was the actual, real, feminine version of myself. It was the first time I'd actually seen myself like that. Well, like this. This was like, pretty much what I saw in the mirror. Um, and so for you, you might think, okay, well, whatever. This is the only way you've seen me. But no, I used to look like shit back then. So seeing myself like this for the first time, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And that was when it became less of a hobby and more of a lifestyle. I just loved it so much that I dressed up like every single chance I could get. Every day off, every time I got home early enough from work to do this. And I would go out and I would just do like anything and everything I could possibly think of. Because I was just so blown away by how I looked. And I wanted to stay that way all the time. And yeah, that is when, a lever in my head kind of flipped, and I thought, well, what if we were like this all the time? What if we transitioned? Oh boy. And that began this very long argument, this very long storm in my head of just, well, do I, don't I? And, yeah, transitioning is a whole thing I can talk about. But that's a whole topic for another day. Like at no point did my dressing ever cross the threshold of being some sort of perversion, being some sort of sexual thing that I did for pleasure. No, it's never been that way. It never has been. It isn't, and it won't ever be. And that's kind of one of the things that I really want people to understand when I say that this is a normal lifestyle. That this is a normal thing for me. Because, doing this is just the same as, being Josh. But yeah, that's just kind of a brief rundown of kind of how I got to where I am now. Because yeah, the past 2.5 years, since I made what I kind of call my current look. But yeah, so like, it's in these 2 years, I've gotten better about my dressing. I've gotten braver. I've told so many people about it. And it just feels good. It just feels so good to have people just be okay with it. Being able to express myself gender-wise, it's really important to me. Like just having that freedom, having the ability to kind of, express myself as however I want. And I'm so grateful to have these people in my life that, are totally cool with it. Because yeah, that's not a feeling that I've had most of my life. Or I guess it's not a feeling that I've had most of Joanna's life. But I guess if you want to split hairs, I could say it's most of my life. Since the very first time I got caught by my brother when I was like 8, and he ratted me out, and my mom was fucking furious. It's kind of funny that parents don't seem to realize that, getting furious being overly controlling, and super overbearing. That doesn't make kids stop. It just makes them better at hiding, better liars. Anyways, yeah. So this is just I just kind of want to give like a brief overview of this how I got to this. Um, in that time, it wasn't just toss on an outfit. Like I had developed a style at the time, or like over the years, I I found my style over the years and kind of realized how I wanted to look, how I wanted to present as, how I wanted to dress. Um, and yeah, last video I mentioned that my style of dress is the military jacket, combat boots type of person. And yeah, that's I very much am that. I do like black a lot. I don't have a whole lot of like colors. Um, oh yeah. I think I've shown off my outfit in every single video so far. I probably should just do that every video, huh? Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm coming from. This has just always been this thing that I've done to live my life as. And it's just been so fun, and it's just become a much much better experience for me since I came out to my friends. Since I've been coming out to people, and I have been really fortunate to find these people that have been so supportive and accepting of this, and I just love them for it. And I know not everyone has that. I mean, I certainly didn't have it with my parents, and I sure as hell won't have it with the rest of my family. Um, ugh, I don't even want to think about it. Um, but yeah, I know not everyone's gonna have what I have. Some of you are gonna have to keep it more of a secret, and it sucks. Trust me. Trust me, I kept it a secret for 5 years. It fucking sucks. It's just all the sneaking around, all the lying. It's not really fun either. Like, so like our house has this like kind of central room where all the other rooms connect to, kind of all the other rooms and hallways. And my mom lives in that room, like every single day. She is there every hour of the day. I'm not kidding. So I can't just like leave my house dressed like this, obviously. And I can't just walk out carrying like a duffel bag full of that has an outfit and makeup and stuff, because she's gonna ask questions, and she turns everything into an interrogation. Yeah, so what I would do is I would stuff my duffel bag with whatever thing I wanted to wear, chuck it out my window, go through the house, say bye, I'm going, just tell them I'm going out for a little bit, go outside, go to my car, drive down half a block, stop, get out of my car, walk up here, sneak across the front yard, grab that duffel bag, sneak back across the front yard, go back to my car, and then drive off. That's what I would have to do. That's what I did last month, because I was going to go hang out with my friends. That's what I did last month. I am still doing this. I am still sneaking things around. And it fucking sucks. It just so fucking sucks. The one and only time I ever have actually left my house dressed like this was to go see a concert. I was gonna go see my favorite band at the Hollywood Bowl, and fuck yeah, I wanted to go see them as Joanna, so I did. I dressed and I left in my these like high heel boots and this like fucking awesome black jacket that I have. My whole family saw me. I didn't care. And having done this lifestyle for like 7 odd years, you kind of learn like a lot of things with it. For example, I have been thinking of myself as Cinderella. Yes, because one, the obvious thing is because I transform. Yeah. But the other thing is Jones is Cinderella because I have a time limit, just like Cinderella. Cinderella had until midnight. I have until 6 hours after I shave. Yeah. My facial hair grows stupidly fast. All my hair grows really fast, but my facial hair grows fast especially. Um, so as soon as I shave and I make up, I have 6 hours to go out in public, do whatever I want, you know, shop, hang out, do whatever. Um, at that 6 hour mark, I have to come home because it's during that time, that like between the sixth and the seventh hour. That's when my facial hair stubble starts to like kind of poke through my makeup. It's really gross looking. Um, and was kind of a shock the first time it happened when I was out. Um, yeah, I remember I was out shopping. I bought, what did I buy? I bought, knowing me, it was probably a pair of boots. And I went back to my car and I looked at myself in the mirror, just like kind of check my makeup, make sure it was still good. And I could remember like some people giving me kind of like a really weird look, and I felt like the cashier was staring, and it didn't really click in my head why. I just thought, oh, he probably, he probably knows that I'm a guy, you know. But no, I went to my car and I looked at the rearview mirror, and no, I could see little hairs poking out through my foundation. Like, oh, oh no. Oh my god. Yeah, at the time I was absolutely mortified, but looking back, it was fucking hilarious. Oh god, I need a moment. Okay. Oh my god, it was so fucking awesome. I mean, not at the time, it wasn't awesome, but it was, looking back, it was so fucking awesome. So yes, that's why I call myself the 6 hour Cinderella. Cause, bippity boppity boo, I have 6 hours to go out and do whatever, and then come back. That was more of an issue back then. It's really not so much of a problem nowadays because I've been getting laser hair removal for like the past year or so. I actually have my next appointment in 2 days, so it's like coming along really well. It's like super fucking painful, but it's totally worth it. Oh, the rain stopped. That sucks. Oh, I like the rain. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop it here. I think I've been recording long enough. I know my last video was insanely long, and I don't want my videos to be all that long anymore. Or I don't want to make long videos because I'm afraid I don't want people to like get turned off by the length of it. That's what she said. But yeah, so I'm gonna stop it here. I kind of hope I gave a better idea of what it is that I am, of what exactly this means to me. And like I'll totally go into more detail in future episodes. But yeah, thanks for hanging out for another early morning video. Seriously, I have no time to myself because I work full time. Because I work a full-time job now, so I get home and my mom's here. On the weekends, my whole family's here. So, like, they never leave the house for any reason. So it's like the only time I have to myself anymore. Yeah, so it's not like back when I worked part-time, when I was living basically full-time as a woman. Now I don't have all that free time. I don't have those random days off anymore. So now I have to either sneak things out like I did last month, or, to record these things, I have to get up really early. So, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. So, Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you later. Bye.